Hello folks! Today I'm going to be discussing nematodes, which are also known as roundworms. Think round, think noodly, think tubular, not flatworms. A lot of this information found here is an adaptation to the PowerPoint LinkedIn slide, I believe, from Abisha. This down here. So if I don't reference something, it's probably from that. So this first section, we'll just be talking about an introduction on nematodes, roundworms, round, not flat. Abisha states that nematodes are the most numerous multicellular animals on Earth. Now, they don't go very much into detail on it, but I will discuss it a little further. So, multicellular as opposed to unicellular. Multi, more than one cell, and unicellular, one cell. So a main way you can identify if an organism is multicellular or unicellular is if it has organs. People have organs. They're multicellular. Animals, a lot of, multicellular animals have organisms, all of them, in fact. Whereas unicellular organisms only have organelles. So here's some images of that. Now, Abisha also says there are nearly 20,000 described species classified in the phylum Nematoda. So, what does that mean? Nematoda is in the animal kingdom. So here you can see in green the phylum Nematoda, and just for our personal reference, we can see Chordata, which is where we are, that phylum as well. Now we're just going to look a little further into it. You can see in pink all the different characteristics that we chordates have, as it goes up the branching thing. Now the main difference between Nematoda, the first big difference, is in the cecum. So if you see here, Chordata has a cecum, and Nematoda have a pseudocecum. What does that mean? A pseudocecum doesn't have a complete lined mesoderm area. So that's why you get this extra layer of folding. So chordates have this. The nematodes don't have this fully developed mesoderm layer. Previously, we just stated that there are 20,000 described, almost 20,000. There are plenty of nematodes that we don't even know about yet or haven't discovered yet. So that's a lot of nematodes. I tried to figure out how many nematodes there are. Nobody states this directly. I couldn't find anywhere where they state how many nematodes there are on the Earth right now, the best given known estimate. The best I could do was find this statement, I guess, in Scientific America that said every 4 out of 5 animals on Earth is a nematode. Now, humans are animals, so out of a group of, for every human there are 4 nematodes, 4 of these roundworms. Now think about all the people you know. Now think about all the people you don't know. Now think about all of the other animals in the world. And then give 4 nematodes for each of them. That's a lot of nematodes. And then I tried to figure out how many animals were in the world, because we have the statement that about every 4 out of 5 animals is a nematode. So if you find out how many animals are in the world, the best I could find was on this website, Wonderopolis, which stated that a scientist, it doesn't say what scientist, it just states that a scientist estimates there to be 20 quintillion animals in the world. And then it also states it as being 20 billion, so you can kind of comprehend that number more easily. It's a very large number. So if we do some simple math based on this really basic information that we don't actually know, that no one's actually taken the time to figure out and write about publicly. So we take that 20 quintillion, divide it by 5, that is equal to 4 quintillion. Now that's 1/5. That is about, so if we look back up here, every 4 out of every 5 animals, so that's 1/5 of that. Now we take that and that 4 quintillion, we multiply it by 4 to try to get these 4 nematodes here, and that gives us about 16 quintillion possibly known individual nematode worms. That's a lot. Whether this is real or not, this is the best I could find and come up with. If anyone actually finds something, that would be great. Post it in the comments. Something else that was interesting, and that I found commonly stated when looking into nematodes, is this Nathan Augustus Cobb. What a great name. That is such a wonderful name. He was a nematologist that worked for the USDA, and in 1915 he stated that if you took out everything from the earth, the water, the dirt, the animals, the plants, and left only the nematodes, you would have a ghost planet left. So you would still be able to see where the mountains are, the water is, based on the different types of nematodes in those areas. So what I thought it might look like is some sort of transparent topographic map. There's a lot more nematodes that live in soil and stuff like that, but there are still plenty of nematodes that live in free living in the ocean, or are parasites in the ocean, in fact. So it's important to know that there are so many different nematodes, and they're super adaptable. This, one of the tiniest nematodes, Protohabitida, is about 1.1 millimeter long as an adult. It's very small, and it's found in compost bins. I think it was first discovered in Japanese orchid compost, something like that. But then there are also extremely large nematodes, such as the Placentonome giganteus, which can grow up to 34 feet as an adult. I've seen numbers that say up to 34, but on average it's about 30. And they're just very adaptable to every environment. They come in an extreme amount of sizes. They come in plenty of different wormy shapes. Round worm, not flat worm. And here's a great example, because this worm here is a parasite, a placental parasite to sperm whales. Which, probably isn't great. There's a lot of parasites to plenty of different animals. But there's also ones that aren't parasites, like this little guy over here. He helps to compost food and stuff. So they can have positive or negative effects depending on what you're looking for, and they're just amazingly adaptable. So this is our introduction on nematodes, the roundworm. The round, noodly, tubular worm. Thanks, guys.